welcome to Jtwes. Welcome back. Thank you for watching. I thought I would take you along today while I pick some okra, and I'm going to be dehydrating okra. So we're about to head off to the garden. It's really hot, but got to get it done. We're going to pick okra today. I try to pick it about every 2 or 3 days. With it being so hot and humid, it's growing like crazy. And I do wear long sleeves and gloves when I pick okra because it breaks out my arms a little bit. My skin just does not like okra plants. So, and then plus it's good, you know, for the sun too. And I got me a rag because it's going to be really hot, and I'm sure I'll need to wipe my face. I also use little clippers just so that I don't harm the plant, like trying to get it off and mess up the plant. I've got, I don't know how many here, maybe 20 okra plants. I leave the last maybe 5 for seed. They're Star of David okra, and we keep seed from year to year. We have plenty of seed, but it doesn't hurt to get a little bit more every year. These first like 5 or 6 plants are smaller than the rest. You'll see that they're a lot shorter. It's because the groundhog was working his way through this first part before we handled the groundhog situation, and so these are all a lot bigger, but these are still producing nicely. They're just behind. You can see the little babies, the buds. I have already gotten a couple of bigger ones off of it, but you know, they're behind a little bit. Okay, so they camouflage so well. And if I do have any that are really too big, I just go ahead and cut them off and trash them. I just throw them here. Like this one here, that's too big. So I just go ahead and cut that off. You see? Perfect size right there. And then me clipping them, it saves the plant from damage of just trying to rip them off at the stem. And they camouflage so good in here that I always miss several. But that's okay because I have so many plants. I have plenty to choose from. Yeah, I love using these clippers. I used to not use them, and it's just made my life so much easier. If I can get to it, there we go. If you're able to, sometimes it helps to get down in here into these rows because you can see a lot easier without these big leaves in the way. And it also helps your back a little bit if you can crouch down like this instead of just staying on top the whole time. All right, so I got that many from 2 days. That's 2 days worth of grape. And I just give them a rinse in cold water. Little pricklies are getting me. So I give them just a rinse off just to get any bugs, spider web, dirt off of them. And I let them sit for a little while just to dry a little bit. I don't let them dry completely so that after I cut the stems off, I can put them directly into the dehydrator. Okay, so I've washed these okra. I'm just going to cut the ends off and I put them in my dehydrator. Some of these may be a little too big, and they'll be bright. I don't know if your daddy calls that briny or spiny, maybe. But I know that when I cut these off. When I cut them, I do cut them whole and leave them whole. I figured out that cutting the ends off does help the dehydration process quicker. Because I did some whole ones and they took forever and they were almost black by the time they really dried. And I leave a little moisture on it from where I washed it just so that the salt will stick to it, and I'll show you that in just a minute. Okay, so I try to save these bigger ones for the very top rack because, you know, the thicker ones, the tray on top may be touching them and I didn't want that. Leave a pretty good amount of space between your okra just so the air gets through them very well. And I use this real salt, Redmond real salt. I like it because it's very fine and it sticks to the okra better. So I just salt them. Just give them a little salt. And I just keep this process going. I did want to show you one that is spiny. Like I said, you'll know when you cut it. These are really big, but they're tender. And this one, you can hear it. You can hear how hard it is to cut that, and you can also feel it. I try to feel them while I'm in the garden, but sometimes you just can't judge until you actually cut it. Okay, so we've got every okra cut off, all the tips. And I failed to mention that I did try this with slices of them, but then they dehydrated so hard that they were falling through the grates, and it was just a whole mess. So this is the best way I found, is just cutting the ends off. And I've got this Ronco dehydrator. It's 125 watts. And it does take about 2 days to get them all completed, or to get them all dried. And I do leave it on the smallest vents. I cover up the holes. I put it on these small vents. Like I said, it's 125 watts or volts. I don't remember what term you used, but it'll take about 2 days to be done, and that's it.
Okay, guys, just like that, we're back. Movie magic. Leno's okra is dry, and I'll let her show it to you.
We're back to the future. So I forgot to mention a couple days ago that after the first day, I do reverse the order of the trays so that the heat that's on the bottom will get towards the top ones. So yeah, those are ones I've already done. Those were in the past week, but they of course shrink down quite a bit because all the moisture's gone. But they are done at this, like, just taste test it if you need to. But they are so good and they're perfect. They're crunchy.
I'm sorry, but it smells like hay in a barn. This smells like, I mean, it almost could be first primings.
Well, God gave us the vegetables to eat just as much as the meat, and so this helps me save the vegetables all year. So they don't want it slimy and they don't want it crunchy. So I don't know.
Okay.
I'll eat these myself.
Dried okra. Hope y'all enjoyed that segment. Let's get out here. All right, we got a packed evening. It's calling for a bunch of rain tomorrow, guys. And I got some new mics. You may have noticed that. I complained a little bit about the roads in a couple of videos back. So we're trying these DJIs. I'm trying to get the volume right. So it may be some loud spots or some quiet spots until I get it figured out. But hey, I wanted to show you this sunflower. It's probably like 13 foot tall. Come around this side, Sammy, where you can you see the flower? Oh man, that thing is huge. Nate sent me about 25, 30 of these seeds, and I only planted one of them, so I'll be able to send them 30 back off some good Caswell County sunflower stock. But I got to mow. I got to hook up the RV. I got to run up there and cultivate the, why do I always forget the name of that? Cotton. Got to cultivate the cotton. And Sammy's got some weed eating to do, and I think Will and Ellie's coming over in a little bit, so that'll be good. And just get ready to be gone to the Outer Banks and get everything under control and ready to go. So let's do that. Let me mow some. We'll come back. And fortunately for you guys, it'll all happen in 15 or 20 minutes, where we'll spend the evening doing it. But that's the fun thing about YouTube, is being able to kind of catch everything. But Sammy has been, we've had terrible problem with some squirrels. They just went wild, and I guess I took it for granted because Sammy had a cat. He had a cat called Mo. He was a Crinjaw cat, and Sammy's cat took care of the squirrels, and he's not around no more. So the squirrels have just got crazy, and they ate a lot more silver queen than the deer or the crow messed up, more than I noticed. And so we've been trying to take care of that problem, and we've got 7 taken care of, and I told Sammy it's probably 7 more. So we'll get that took care of, but hopefully won't have to worry about that next year. It'll take a few years for them to build back up. May not. May take like 6 months for them to build back up. I don't know, but we'll get that taken care of, because I don't want them eating my peaches and cream, because we've been getting a little rain on it, and I want to try to, in this video, show you the Jimmy Red. Guys, you wouldn't believe that field. And the watermelon. Oh my goodness. Anyway, let's get busy. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Grease, grease. Okay guys, yard's mowed, RV's hooked up. We're gonna go, man, Will, that sun. Get up under this tree a little bit. We're gonna go run through that cotton real quick, because I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow, and I may have said that already, but I'll be gone a week. I may not be able to get back in it again, and this may be the last time, so I need to get it while I can. I gotta come back and jack up the right rear of that. Worm on my neck. Why y'all tell me? the right rear of the RV and pump a little bit of grease in that bearing. That's the only one that I haven't done yet since I changed the tires. I pumped grease in all of them except that one. So I need to get that before we take that long trip. And after everything's said and done, the tractor's back up. We're going to pull that off the grass up here on the gravel just for purposes of rain. Because like I said, if it rains a lot, I don't want to be trying to mud it out of the yard with it. So let's check the fuel. And then we're going to head down the road. I think the fuel's okay, but we better check it anyway. Wow, that thing's hot. Guys, this fall we're going to do a remodel of the shed. We're going to take this shelf and that shelf and we're going to turn them flat against the walls. Just put them back against the walls, which will give us 4 or 5 more feet area here. Do something with this table and try to get the Super A and the 140 in one bay together, because we might have something to put in this bay right here by after Labor Day. And if we do, we need to make room for it now. Plus it'll give us a chance to go through everything, organize everything, see what we got, see what we don't got, see what we want to keep, what we don't want to keep, and just like I said, organize everything, get it together, and make sure we got what we think we got. Boy, guys, that cotton, man, whew, that is a pure pleasure to cultivate. I'm just telling you that it is. I think it's Caswell County's prettiest cotton. It may be the only cotton in Caswell County, but it's Caswell County's prettiest cotton. Look at our Jimmy Red, folks. That Jimmy Red, come on out. It's a nice little patch of Jimmy Red. It's a lot more than just seed here. So this would be wonderful. If it'll make corn and the deer don't get it too much and save us a few ears, it'll be pretty nice. But Avipel, guys, we'll be talking about it a lot come about January, February next year. But you guys seen it, you witnessed it. You went from nothing twice, all the crows, turkeys eat it up, to this right here. I mean, it don't get no better. Let's look at the watermelons. I couldn't leave you and go on vacation without looking at some watermelons. And guys, we may have to do about two rolls of watermelon and a roll of cantaloupe next year in this field. Like this section right here would be good for watermelon, and then put some cantaloupe in the next section, and then our full section of corn. We'll try it again next year with our full section of corn. But you see what I did here. You can see how that watermelon is spreading the what I call the heel of the plows where I plowed it. But you know I'm gonna have some like that's pecked out, but I'm hoping, and I see what's pecking it out right here. I'm hoping he'll save us a few. You know, I just want a few. I can't eat them all anyway. But so far, about every one I've seen, like that one's pecked out. Here's one he didn't mess with much. I don't know, maybe he'll get tired of watermelon and leave some alone. That would be nice. But it is a heck of a watermelon patch. Here's a fresh one today, Will. Well, the sad truth is it's a beautiful, beautiful roll of watermelon. Best roll of watermelon I've ever raised my whole life. Can't get no prettier than that. But sad truth is I'll be lucky to get one watermelon off of it. Because I am, at this point, I am feeding the turkeys. Maybe want to get in there and he won't be able to see it. That thing right there. A couple more rains on it, it'd be ready to eat. But we'll see. All right, we got to get back to the house. Jack a RV up. We'll be going to the Outer Banks. I'll try to film some of that for you guys. And you'll probably see this. We'll probably be down there when you see this. Just getting down there. And it's going to be a fun trip. And I'll try to film some. I ain't going to promise. I know we're going to try to do a live stream from down there. Monday Night Live. And hope you enjoyed this video. It's kind of... We had Vacation Bible School. So, you know, I didn't get my Tuesday, Wednesday video in on this, just Thursday. And Leno did a little bit with the okra. She videoed that earlier in the week, and that was a well help. The Vacation Bible School was wonderful. Enjoyed it. Enjoyed every minute of it. And y'all hang in there. I don't, you know, things is real volatile right now. You know, we don't know from one week to another who we're going to vote for this fall. So, you know, just hang in there. Put your faith in the Lord, because that's where it's at anyway. That's what I do every day, no matter what happens here. You know, God's keeping us, and you know, I do my part too, and I try to be prepared for things. And I'm no Joseph of the Bible. I hadn't put up 7 years of corn, but I do try to put up a few things, and you know, kind of be a little bit prepared. But y'all have a good week and a good day, and thank y'all for watching. God bless you. God loves you. We'll see you.